She felt different as a little girl. Now a Massillon-based author is turning that experience into a book that she hopes will change a child's life. Our Lindsay Buckingham shares her inspiring story.
Rachel Martin has always been a storyteller.
Art was my favorite subject. I've always been a creative person.
Through a camera lens,
I love fashion editorial and landscape, like nature.
and through her own words.
I've always wanted my work to tell a story.
The 34-year-old just self-published her first children's book. But to understand why, you have to flip back to the very first page of Rachel's life.
I was born addicted to a few different things, and my caseworker got a hold of my mom when I was 6 days old, and they met at the McDonald's in Brunswick, Ohio.
That handoff became her forever family.
I was very fortunate to just have one foster home, and then they ended up adopting me too.
She grew up in Burbank, Ohio.
Predominantly white community, white family. My parents are white. Small town, like both sides of our house was a cornfield.
In a blended, loving family of 11.
So my parents adopted 8 of us and had 3 biologically.
She had everything she needed, but always noticed one thing.
There was nobody there, that looked like me.
Other kids noticed, too.
On the bus one day, a boy would say, "Why do you take mud baths every day?" They'd say, "You're too white," or "You're not black enough." And fitting in sometimes felt so tough.
So Rachel found her voice through art.
My earliest memories of making books was about 5 or 6 years old. Kindergarten, every single day we would make a book. We probably made hundreds of books.
About 2 years ago, she turned those early dreams into reality.
What's a better time than now? I just need to do this now.
She wrote, illustrated, and self-published all on her own. The beautiful result? Arches and hearts. A nod to where her story began and how that same little girl learned a valuable lesson. Her differences make her special. A message you'll see on every page.
But as I grew, I came to see my differences made me uniquely me.
But Rachel doesn't shy away from the harder truths either.
It's so funny looking at baby photos because it's like, who is that? Adoption, it can be a beautiful ending, but it doesn't erase the broken beginning. Adoption begins with a break. It begins with trauma and loss.
2 valid emotions existing at the same time.
You can feel grateful you were chosen by an adoptive family who loves you and for the opportunities you were given because you were adopted. But you can also be sad for the biological family you missed growing up or maybe never get to meet.
Rachel wrote the book she wishes she had as a little girl. Now she's hoping it finds its way to another child who needs to know this.
Love can find you anywhere it's true, just like it found me that day too.
Well, tomorrow night, Rachel is having a big book release party with family and friends. But there's something else I want to share. We just heard from McDonald's of Northeast Ohio, all locally owned restaurants. And Rachel, if you're watching, they're buying 25 of your books and donating them to kids at the Ronald McDonald House.
That is a great
wonderful?
twist in the story.
You didn't see that coming.
I did.
Nice.
That's wonderful.
Like that. Lindsay, thank you so much. We just love these heartstring stories.
Thank you. I love these stories too, so you can share your own heartstring stories with our team. Just email heartstrings@wkyc.com. And don't forget, if you'd like to see more stories like these, you can catch Heartstrings every weekday at 10 a.m. right here on our WKYC Plus app.
Linz, thanks.
You bet, guys.